Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga. This is chapter 378, sorry. I feel like, and this is, I don't want to make this sound like I'm complaining. I used to be in a rhythm of like, boom, every Friday, getting up, reading some more My Hero, but like we've had so many breaks lately. Part of it is Horikoshi, I think it's his shoulder that was sore for a while. That, and then we had like there was a break around Christmas or New Year's, so it's been very like spotty for chapter releases. And again, I don't mean this to sound like a complaint. I'm just saying that like it kind of sucks that I just miss My Hero. You know, I miss these days where I get to read the new chapter and share my thoughts with you guys. So yeah, that's all I want to say is I hope everyone's doing well, and I'm excited to read this chapter with you guys. Last we left off, we got La Brava hacking against Skeptic, and the fan theories were true. These are theories that obviously I didn't come up with, but I was on board with. I agreed that way back when Horikoshi, being like the mastermind that he is, dropped a little like nugget that Skeptic way back when had only failed once ever, and now we can pretty much assume that it was La Brava who like made him fail. I mean, I guess maybe we'll get confirmation on this, but I think it's already kind of confirmed. So, predictions for this chapter. All I can say is I know a lot of people are super excited to see my reaction for this chapter, at least according to my Discord. So, it has to be a good chapter, right? If I have any predictions, a not out there prediction is I think that Gentle will appear. And the reason I think that is, like, where you have La Brava, Gentle's not far behind. I think he'll at least be mentioned, or, like, it'll end on a cliffhanger with him appearing or something. I don't think this is a really crazy prediction. I think that's pretty safe. I've been expecting Gentle to come back for a while now, and now that we have La Brava, he can't be far behind. Other than that, no clue. So, let's just dive on in. I'm reading this on TCB's website, by the way, if anyone's curious. Okay, first page. Investigation headquarters. This is where like Sukeuchi and stuff is. And La Brava's in the corner. She has her own little setup in the corner. How fun. The evacuation system is malfunctioning. Someone shouts. Communications are jammed. We can't get through to them. Dispatch reinforcements to Gunga. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. They're going to need some reinforcements. Because Gunga Mountains where All For One and stuff is, right? That kind of makes sense. This takes me back to when I was a shut-in, says La Brava in the corner. I hacked into Feel Good Inc.'s server just to test my skills. Okay, so yeah, this is basically confirmation. And replaced all their ads with Gunriki Nekos. I don't know what a Gunriki Neko is, but a world-renowned designer's brand mascot debuted in volume 19. Oh, okay. So it's a mascot? Okay. And then we get it next panel, we get is Skeptic freaking out. He's remembering back to that day. That's amazing. That's his failure? This little cute little cat like icon like hacking the systems and replacing all the advertisements. That's kind of great. That's kind of great. Oh, wow. Hold on. Let me just make sure this is recording right. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, we're good. Okay. These long functions and broad variable scopes. Your programming skills are just as bad as they were on that day. She's basically saying, Skeptic, you ain't shit, dog. I broke your system once. I did it again easily. That's great. That was you, says Skeptic. You know this man's a prideful man, and he's probably so pissed right now to learn that lose little Brava. And we're getting him freaking out now. Do you have any idea how much that cost me? Oh, sorry about that, she replies. And then, that insult to injury, she puts the cat that he probably sees in his nightmares on the screen that he's at right now. He's freaking out. Stop it! Don't make them dance to the pump. Oh, this is great. Just trolling the shit. Dude, we're getting some comedy. I didn't think we'd have any comedy for a while in My Hero, but here we are. We're getting some genuine laughs. Great job, Horikoshi. Just sprinkling some laughter in these dark final days. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's so good. This is bad. She's taking over everything. He's thinking to himself, yeah, as the screens are all turning into these dancing mariachi cats or whatever they are. I can't wait to see this animated and see like the song and like the motions they do and stuff. That's gonna be great. I just need to ensure, he says as he's running somewhere, that she doesn't gain access to the UA evacuation system. Well, I'm sure she will. They're taking their computers or something with them. You found out my location? To hell with you. All I need to do is run away, he says. The flames of revolution will burn forever. I just love. I don't really care for Skeptic as a character too much, outside of the fact that in the dub, he's voiced by the same character who plays Nigel Luna from Codename Kids Next Door. I think that's amazing. But other than that, I don't really care about the character. Tsukuchi-san, says some guy in the office with them. UA is in free fall. Whoa. Yeah, UA literally is like a is that fire or is it smoke? I'm not sure. But it's just falling out of the atmosphere. Crazy. In a few moments, it's going to crash. Aiba, you gotta do something now, shouts one of the people at the computer. She says, the impact from earlier scrambled the entire system. I need to write a new program that can work with what's left. She says, but it can't be done in time. I knew it, says Tsukuchi, and trusting our last line of defense to an imprisoned villain was a mistake. Talking about La Brava? A crime is a crime. The past won't go away, but maybe there's something more to it as he's thinking about Aoyama here. Wow. After all, I am your villain. As we're coming back to Deku versus Shigaraki here, as they're falling through the sky, Deku's panting as he's grabbing onto his like neck, because it's putting a lot of strain on him to do all these quirks. And then you get Shigaraki, who's still kind of looking at him here. I don't care if you don't understand. That's what makes us heroes and villains. Yeah, I didn't even need to read the next thing, but here we are, heroes and villains. What a great line from the war. The system is down. Brace for impact, says one of the Wild Pussycats. I can't remember. I'm so bad at remembering. Not Mandalay. I don't know. Whatever. One of the Wild Pussycats. They're evacuating the generator building, it looks like, because there's Kaminari and the comic book man and a few other electric people. It looks like they're fleeing, which is good because, I mean, shit, they're crashing out of the sky. System is down. Brace for impact. Kaminari says, what's going on? Gua, says someone behind him. What is this, banjo back there? Prepare to fight. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, one thing I was thinking, as we're getting a shot of the power building with the giant Twice army, and I'm probably not the only one who's been thinking this, but like Monoma, if he touches a Twice clone, can he use double? Can we get an army of Monomas? That would actually be insane. Man, what a mindfuck that is. I don't even want to like talk about that right now, but I'm just saying, like, what if that happens here? What? Twice, as we get a shot of the generator building, the cables are all damaged and everything's in free fall. Everything's going bad. Monoma, shouts the comic book man. Mr. Aizawa, shouts Kaminari. Yeah, as we get just this army of Twice Toga clones just swarming the place. We got a shot of the U.S. jets. Dude, this is crazy. This is actually like really hectic, and I hope I'm portraying it well, but there's just shit going on, like insane. Huge rainstorm, it looks like, as this is falling out of the sky. The U.S. jets say, Ethan, should we fire lasers? Fire lasers! You know that meme. What if we hit our allies? Dang it. If they hack into these X-66 fighters, it's over. Wait, is that? We're getting, he's looking at something. Oh my god. Oh, that's Gentle. It's Gentle. I told you guys he's not far behind. Full Brava's coming in. Yo. Oh. Okay. All right. This is about to get that. This is kind of cool. Okay. He's like posing. He's T-posing. I know those pants anywhere. And he's in lover mode, isn't he? That's the aura that's coming off of him. So in the distance, you see UA is falling from the sky. It's just like, not inferno. I don't know if it's on fire, but a lot of debris. It looks like it's just, in bad shape. And you have Gentle floating like above the waves of water or whatever, almost like he's like Moses or something, and he's just like floating. And then he was skeptic, looking like he's shitting his pants. Oh, oh my god. It's everyone's favorite F-boy, Shindo. Okay, so we get, that's not Hound Dog, is it? Which one is this one? Anyway, oh, Miss Joke! Yo, Miss Joke! Alright, so they're here, they cut off Skeptic from leaving the cave. Your location was broadcasted to everyone, Skeptic. We happen to be nearby, so we're gonna bring you in. Yo, Shiketsu! Wait, this is Shiketsu, right? Or were they from a different school? I'm having a bad memory. It's been so long since we've seen Shiketsu. I can't remember what students were there or just part of a different school. Anyway, Miss Joke, Shindo. The joke about Shindo is a while back, he was voted as a top 10 character by the fans. And I find it ridiculous. I think he is literally a joke character. Like, he's nothing, he's nobody, he's blah. But hey, he's got that vibration power, so, you know, maybe people like that. I don't know. Anyway, so they cut him off. Good grief, says this guy's cool. I can't remember. It's obviously not Hound Dog. Who the hell was this guy? This lion guy. Anyway, I'm sure you guys will tell me in the comments. Talk about karma. Wait. I'm not sure what they're alluding to in that panel on the side, but we're counting on you, Tobata. Says Sukeuchi. Do your best. And then yep. Dude, it's mother effing gentle. God, that just makes me so happy. Like, oh, shout out to Carl in the Discord. He's probably so, I mean, he reads the spoilers, but he probably is so happy right now. Dude, yeah, and obviously we see La Brava, hearts in her eyes, like, gentle, my love. Do your best lover mode, power. And he's all glowing and yo, I can't believe we're getting gentle right here. But of course, I must repay my debt to him. To who? Oh, Deku, duh. Sorry, my mind's like all over the place right now. And then I didn't read this, but I kind of did on accident. Gentle, shouts La Brava. She's happy. She's the lover mode activated. All right, so in theory, yeah, I guess he could stop it from I kind of my mind's going on a few trains of thoughts here, but I'll save it for the end. I kind of want to see where this goes. We're getting a flashback here. Black panels. That means we're getting a flashback. Around a month and a half ago in Mikuzu prison, right after the Tardos. Don't tell me the theory's true. My and many other theories, like we all thought this together, like that. Don't tell me the one prison that didn't fall is finally going to be talked about here. Was it because of Gentle? People have thought this for a while. Around a month and a half ago in Mizuku prison, right after Tartarus was attacked, as we're getting a shot of I'm presuming this is a prison exploding. The guard tower's been destroyed. Whoa. Yeah, okay, so we're getting a bunch of we're getting that big needle Nomu, and a bunch of other villains are breaking out of the prison. There. All of you are free. Says, this looks like muscular. It looks extremely handsome and elegant here, which is funny. Go and do as you like. It's time to go wild as he flies away on a helicopter. Are we really free to go? Says the prisoners. This isn't a dream, is it? I'll kill the bastard that snitched on me. Where is he? The one who stabbed me in the back. Okay, so all the prisoners are like, let's go wild. Let's do whatever we want. What's happening in the outside world? Who the hell are you? Says one of the prisoners. Yep, it is Gentle. Yes! Oh my god. It is so satisfying. Not only to have Gentle, but for a long-running fan theory. I don't know how popular this theory was. At least in the Discord, many of us had said this is a possibility. You see Gentle, he's trembling. He's, are all of you really okay with that? And so he was a prisoner with them. Okay. And he's thinking back to what the ape police officer was talking to him. The only people who say they can't turn their lives around are the ones with no real desire to change. I made many mistakes, he thinks to himself, and I didn't have the courage to stop. Of course we are, you bastard! This guy is lunging at him right now. I want to be the guy who shows them all a bright future, as he thinks to what Deku says to him. And then you see Gentle's eyes widen with some newfound courage from Deku. Yo, okay, it goes back to the present here, but I can only presume that he basically stopped this entire prison escape himself. Oh, that is so good. Not only do I approve of that, yes, very much so, approve. I am so happy that the fans, like, we all thought this, and Horikoshi agreed that, like, he didn't agree with us, like, he had the same thought process of what he was setting up with the one prison, and like, oh, that's just a beautiful marriage right there. That's good. Really good. Gentle, he's like, he starts to like lift his hands up. My only happiness was the thought of you at my side. Jailbreaks occurred at 7 different prisons, and only this one had no escapees. That shot is so good, dude. You see a beaten down, hurting Gentle, knees on the ground, collapsed, but behind him, this motherfucker stopped every single prisoner. He tied him up, roped him up, caged him, took him out, whatever. That is sick. That is sick. Where's my Gentle pop? You get a spot here this week, buddy. Oh, where's LaBrava? LaBrava, you get one too. Oh, this was so good. Move out of the way, Deku. Who cares about you? Oh, well, you'll be right behind Gentle, because you inspired him. There we go. Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh my god, that's so satisfying. Dude, that's so badass. And then the gorilla guy, he's here, says, what can we do for you, Tobita? I want to see LaBrava. And after that, the time we spent apart made our love grow even stronger. I was such a fool, says LaBrava. Your happiness is my happiness, Gentle. Dude, that I can't. Oh my god, that's so good. So basically, he solo protected the entire escapees from leaving, which is so badass. Was there a Nomu there too? If he had to fight the Nomu, that's like even more impressive, man. We all knew that Gentle's powers. Dude, that's so good. Oh, and Deku inspired him. I'm so glad that like it was all for nothing, because like people were beginning to be like, oh, Gentle and the Brava, they were here for nothing. They did nothing and they left and did nothing. They're back and they're making a difference. I'm sorry. I know there's still more of the chapter. I'm just like geeking out over this. Okay, now we're getting a huge page. Super Gentle Lover. Young man, are you still fighting to protect someone's smile? I don't even know. Gentle. We see him at the bottom of UA, this gigantic structure down there. He's holding this shit up. At that moment, I tried to save someone from a fall. Yeah, this is what I was going to mention earlier. His origin story was him failing to save someone that was like falling or whatever. And here he comes full circle to save not just one person from falling, probably at least 100 or so that are down below working. And, oh, this is so satisfying, man. Oh my god. At that moment, I tried to save a man from falling. Mandalay or whoever says, we've been saved. It's like the air turned into some kind of trampoline. A trampoline made out of air, Deku thinks to himself. Oh, he's gonna know it's Gentle. He's like, he has a moment. I really wanted to save him. Says Gentle, tears in his eyes. Fuck, that's so good. Gentle, says Deku. There in his mind. Oh, it's so good. Young man. Oh yeah, I already read that part. Banjo in his head says, boy, this is bad. Bye, feel good moment. We're back to the horror of Shigaraki having his quirks back. He's moving again. Their fusion's been undone. Even though we averted the crash, if he touches the ground, it'll be an all for nut, and then he's cut off. Whoa, something just knocked off His hand. Is that on the God bullet? No fucking way. No. No way. In the same chapter. Bro, I think this is a Nagan bullet. That looks like her hair putty, like twirled. No fucking way. Oh my god, Horikoshi, you're so good. Oh, these are the chapters I live for. These bringing back nostalgia and characters you met along the way. If I were to quote a friend of mine, no matter what lines they've crossed, they're still human, says Sukeuchi. And that's something we can never forget as we get... Is that All Might in the briefcase everyone's talking about? Looks like he's walking out the door. So people have been theorizing about the briefcase. I don't really have a theory about it, other than if I had to get... No, I actually do have a theory. I'll mention that at the end. We'll keep going here. I paused long enough. We mustn't forget that deep inside their hearts, as we get Nagant in the distance from... I don't know how far away this is. It's got to be pretty far. Chapter 378, The Story of How We All Became Heroes, Part 4! You thought it would stop at 3. Nope, we're going 4. Oh, wait, I'm pretty sure... Shouldn't this be Part 3? I thought there was only 2 parts before. I have to go back and read. They have that thing we call an origin. She joins the battle, says the narrator. That's the end of the chapter. Madness. Oh my god, this is so good. I can see why people were excited for me to read this chapter. Alright, so here's the thing. Okay, there's a lot to talk about. Let me quickly say my All Might theory, and then we're gonna go back and kind of like dissect this chapter, because this chapter deserves it. My All Might theory is this case, I think it's meant for that giant mech that we saw, like, them building in that really fun promo, not promo, it was like a chapter art or something. I think that mech is legitimately going to be real. And I think All Might's going to either duke it out with, like, Gigantomachia, like a giant battle or something, or maybe he'll go attack All For One. I'm not sure. But I think that suit is to, like, activate the mech. That's my guess. We've had no hints other than just seeing an actual, like, All Might mech. But, I mean, I don't even know what chapter that was. Okay, so back to the... Oh, how many pages? This is a lot of pages, too. Oh, this was so good. This was such a good chapter. Alright, so like I said at the beginning, I kind of expected Gentle to appear. I didn't expect anything as badass as we got, though. Nagant, total surprise. I mean, like, she lived, so obviously, like, they had some sort of plan for her, but that was pretty sick at the end for her to come back. I love the hacking of Skeptic was hilarious. It's fun to get, like, as dark as this arc has been, it's fun to get moments of levity to remind you that, like, that's sort of, like, My Hero at its core. It's, like, has action and stuff, but ultimately it's pretty lighthearted show. But we've just been in such dark times for a while that people kind of forget that. La Bravo was great. Skeptic's reactions were great. That was all a lot of fun. A lot of Sukeuchi is really good. The Gentle stuff, man. Like I said, I expected to see Gentle at some point. I thought he'd be the cliffhanger at the end of this. No, he appears halfway through the chapter. And he's in lover's mode, and we get the confirmation. I've been wanting for the longest time to know what happened, because it's such an odd detail, right? You have the prison break, and they say, oh, 7 prisons were attacked, and 6 of them, people escaped. Like, that is, there is, ever since that happened, I've always been curious about that detail, because it's like, that is a very strange thing to have. Like, all these prisons broke out, except for 1, but don't worry about that. It's like, no, don't try to sneak one on us. So something happened to that one prison. And fans had, I mean, I say fans, I can only really talk about my Discord. We kind of agreed that, wouldn't it be cool if that's how Gentle comes back? Because we know he was on the path to being reformed. I thought he was going to enter like a police program or something. I don't think he'd actually go to prison. But this prison break happens, and it's at the one that Gentle's at, and he's like, no, I want to do the right thing, and... Bro, he stopped the whole prison from escaping. That's so cool. What a badass, man. That shot's so good. Oh, that's so good. And then they ask him like, "What can we do? Like you proved you really don't belong in a prison. You just did an extremely good thing. Imagine how much of a headache, dude. Not only how much of a headache you saved heroes, you just saved untold number of lives. These are lethal like murderers, like sex offenders, and various other things that would be getting out. A lot of them were already saying, "Oh, who's the guy who did me wrong?" And we go kill him. That's one guy he saved, dude. He might have failed, kind of. I mean, I guess he kind of did save the life. Like, they didn't die in his origin story. They just got hurt from his mistake. But, like, bro, you can sleep so well at night now knowing you saved untold number of people. I don't know how many prisoners he, like, stopped here, but just from this picture alone, it's at least a good 50 to 100. Like, it's crazy. Um, and then I love how the time we spent apart made our love even stronger. So like the gentle, that's so like love is so simple and yet so powerful. It's a great analogy for life in general, like his quirk and La Brava's relationship. Um, hmm. Super gentle lover. He's holding up the whole damn thing. This reminds me a lot of the Skyag arc in Vigilantes. For those of you who I guess haven't read it, go read it. But there's a scene where like this giant structure is falling out of the sky because it's like a giant skyscraper with a giant like top at the very top of it, and a character stops it from falling, and it's a really sick moment. It's probably not as big as this UA structure, probably pretty close. They're probably pretty comparable, but that's what this reminded me of. It's so good, and the tears in his eyes, like I really wanted to save him. I guess those technically might not be tears. It might be the water because we saw him scoop up a lot of water on his way up. But I like to believe it's tears because I think Gentle is a man who's probably not afraid to cry, and especially in such a badass fucking moment. Oh, it's so good. And then Nagant showing up. What a twist on the ending. I thought Gentle would be the cliffhanger. No, it's freaking Nagant, and she's all bandaged up, and it looks like her gun's held together by duct tape. But that's so like on point. She's got some scarring on her face, but in typical like fashion for My Hero, and My Hero's like rule or Horikoshi's rule, there shall be no not beautiful woman. Even after her face exploded, and she's like supposedly on the mend and healing, like even with the scars on her face, she's still just like beautiful. It's just like you even see like little twinkles around her face. Like, what is this? she's still like a people were still gonna simp for her. It don't matter. If anything, this is like way cooler. I think that she has scars. I think that's badass. I still kind of think that, given the circumstances of how that like went down, technically she should be dead. She literally exploded from the face. But I mean, if Gran Torino taught us anything, Horikoshi's not. He's always kind of hesitant to like. Now I say that he's hesitant, but like clearly he had a plan for her. But like, I just take issue with the fact that like, do it a different way if you have a plan for her. Like, I guess, yeah, I don't know. That's in the past. I still think that was great. It's great now. I want to know the distance of this snipe. You can't see the UA building, which maybe that just means it's even farther than like, that's just so crazy. Oh, that's so cool. Santa Gaunt's back. Now all we need is some good old Koichi. Come on, Koichi, flying from the USA. My weather girl theory. It's still out there. She said that on camera to the US population during a broadcast saying like the power of one man can change the course of history or whatever. And I think that was a call to action to the American people because clearly the government said we're not attacking, but she's trying to stir up the people. And I believe that Koichi will answer the call. I hope anyway. I'll be very sad if he doesn't. But that's what I think that we're getting the U.S. perspective for. I think that's legitimately what it is. I guess we'll see. But okay, 30 minutes of recording. I think that I've said all I can say. Fantastic chapter. How many pages is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14? It felt longer than 14. A lot of content, like a lot of words, a lot of great art. I'm glad Horikoshi's doing okay. Take as many breaks as you need, buddy. Like, as much as it sucks waiting for chapters, your health is like the most important thing, and you're still doing God's work with this manga. So, hope you guys enjoy it. And if you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. I do these every time that the chapter comes out. Worst case scenario, I do it a couple days later for the officials if scheduling doesn't work out. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.